happen. I love how nobody played, out of who they are and just let it come to them. And they made plays, and that's huge in the run game and the pass game, and then also, finishing the drive.
You mentioned the mindset and attitude. Was that something you were preaching when things got a little hairy there in the fourth?
Yeah, I think something that's to say that's something that happens in a practice. Maybe you're having some adversity or some struggles. Being able to set the tone in those atmospheres and then being ready for it when it comes to game time. SMU played really well, but I also think that we had a lot of self-inflicted wounds that we left some things on the board.
Brent about this is a game maybe you don't win a year ago. This is how he put it, and a lot of that I think has to do with the defense. But those scoring drives you got in the fourth quarter, the drives you needed to close that out. Did that feel different in any way from a year ago?
It did. I think it's the confidence. I think it's. I'll go back to the attitude and mindset. I know I'm a broken record, but just the ability to, put our foot in the ground and play ball and finish. That's something that's big, and at the end of the day, a win is a win, and we'll never take that for granted.
Brent said a lot of that is just more confidence in what you guys are doing on both sides of the ball. Do you feel that confidence even when there is adversity?
Yeah. I just say in those moments, being able to, rely on all the reps you've had. A year ago, there was a lot less than, where we are now, just all the reps we've been able to get better at. But I'm just proud of the guys being able to execute. Be clean in pressure situations, in adversity, and embracing it.
After you just kept off the board last week, how nice was it to get Jaleel in there a little bit, get him in the end zone?
Really good. I think he's someone that, just hadn't got going for some odd reason, not necessarily being him, just the opportunities going his way. But he's a guy I have a lot of confidence in, and him making that play, seeing him with the ball in his hands is something that's very special and something that not a lot of people can do.
When you look at the scoring and how you guys kind of sputtered there in the third quarter, and what's it like looking up there and seeing 11 points on the scoreboard? That's all you've got to deal with, compared to last year whenever you were trying to just score every time you could to keep up. What kind of confidence that gave you going forward?
Different, and I'll say this just from, last year to this year, there's a lot of differences, and we could keep going on and on, but I will say this. At the end of the day, it's finishing. It's having the attitude, the mindset, setting the tone early, and then, at the end of the day, finding a way to win. And I'm proud of our guys because in that moment, maybe of adversity or that 14-11 and going into that drive, nobody flinched, and that's something I'm really proud of.
How far back do we have to go to where finishing became the word for this team? Would that be January, December?
I'd say mid-season. It's
Last
something we talked about, but it was the emphasis and the strain. I remember one-on-one tug-of-wars and just the look in people's eyes of finding ways to win and compete. It's something that you live for and as a competitor. So I go back to those days and just all those days built up, coming into now is something that, we really pride ourselves on.
And you seem like you got pretty frustrated at times in the first quarter, which obviously happens, but how much does your experience really factor into being able to shake that off and finish the way you did?
Huge. I think I've been in a lot of those moments, and I've learned from it, and I'll continue to learn from it, as we watch the film. But my passion may come out on these guys, but I love them, and they know that, we demand a lot from one another, just because we know how good we can be, and a lot of things being self-inflicted. But, just with all the experience, I try to use it to my advantage, but also with the guys, around me, it's something that can be very useful.
To get your 100 career passing touchdown, what does that mean to you?
It's a journey, it's a something that I'll look back way down the road. But as of now, man, I'm trying to, keep going and find ways to win. So it's something that's super cool. Just when you look back a little bit of the journey, but there's a long ways to go. So
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Seemed like there was more designed runs for you maybe than we've been used to seeing the last year and change here. Is that an addition that you like, a chance to get out and run a little bit more than?
I think just being able to keep the defense honest, being able to be really aggressive in our the way we call things. Coach Leb doing that, but also just the confidence. Through this offseason, getting my body in where I wanted it to be so I can do things I want to do.
What was the I don't know if it's checkdowns is the right word, but just the running back contributions those guys made in the passing game tonight?
Yeah, flat hook vert, just, playing how I do against those certain looks and taking what they give me. And, sometimes those checkdowns get you a first down and you're rolling. So just really taking what they give me.